Hey everybody, Isaac Wilkins here from Relentless Strength Training. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a quick little mobility circuit. This is a good little warm-up. Probably not an ideal warm-up before a full-blown workout. If you've only got a few minutes, it's the way to go. Actually, a lot of times I have people do this in the morning when they wake up, kind of as a remedial mobility thing, get everything going, get everything moving. And I call it 5-minute mobility. It's going to take you about 5 minutes. You know, it's one of those things where if you spend a little more time on one thing than the other, because you need to, then it might be more, might be less. And the only piece of equipment we're going to use a little cross ball here for a couple of things. And first thing I'm going to do is we're going to work on the glutes and the hamstrings of the lacrosse ball. So lacrosse ball's on the floor, and you're going to get that right down on your glute, and just kind of roll back and forth, find the knots, just like a foam roller. Use your other hand for support because it's probably not going to be very comfortable if you're not used to it. If you need a little more tension, you can cross your leg over, really find a tight spot. From there, you move right on down to the hamstrings. Again, lacrosse ball lets you really kind of dig in, which is awesome. Okay, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to do the hip flexors, which are in the front of your leg. So again, lacrosse ball, down on the ground, and I'm just going to roll back and forth and kind of let that work in through, work in the quads. Any tight spots you've got, use the lacrosse ball on them. All right, down to the lacrosse ball. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit a yoga pigeon pose. So the easiest way to do this is to put one leg in front of you, the other leg right up straight behind you, and then you're going to roll up on your hip. And see how I'm actually up on this leg? I'm stretching this back hip here. Now, depending on how far out I have this leg, if it was out here, it'd be a lot more stretch. If that starts putting any pain on my knee at all, tension, then I'm going to bring it in like this, which won't be as much of a stretch, but it'll be easier. And we're going to spend 20 to 30 seconds kind of reaching around, arch up, find a spot, whatever angle or vector you find that is tight, stretch on that. We're going to do both sides. From there, we're going to get into we're going to get into the 4-point position, and we're going to do fire hydrants. So this is basically just a hip circle. So I'm going to go straight back, bring that leg up and around. We're going to do 10 each side, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Come out, straight back. And I'm trying to not really twist too much when I do it. I'm pretty stiff in the hips, so I probably got the ideal example there. From there, right from that 4-point, we're going to bring one leg forward, and we're going to stretch the hip flexors. Now the key here, when you're stretching the hip flexors out, is your hips are coming forward. You're not just leaning back like you see a lot of people do, and you're not leaning forward on that front leg like you see a lot of people do. It's all the hips coming forward. You're squeezing this glute. When you want to put more tension on it, bring that arm up. Really stretch that hip flexor out. Make sure you get both sides there. Okay. From there, we're going to go back to the 4-point, and we're going to work the thoracic spine a couple of ways. Easier to see from the side. Here, I'm going to widen your feet out a little bit, lean back, and take this arm, put it up here, and you're going to reach under, and then reach over. And you're trying, again, not twist with the hips, that's why we're leaning back. Here, here, we're going to do 10 good reps there, and then we're going to work on the thoracic spine some more in the neck. I'm going to take this hand, and I'm going to reach under. So from the front, it's going to look like this. I'm going to reach under, and I'm going to very carefully roll a little bit on my neck and mostly on my shoulders. Don't just crank yourself over onto your neck. Go a good couple of seconds there. Go through that 4 or 5 times. Okay, now we're going to stretch the pecs out. Again, from that 4-point. Here, we're going to stick this arm right out. And I'm going to try to put this shoulder on the ground while looking away from it. Then I'm going to find an angle that gives me a good stretch and is nice and tight and isn't going to really put a lot of pain on the shoulder. You want to stretch the pec, and you'll feel it a little bit in the shoulder. All right. The last one we're going to do is kind of a dynamic roll, kind of get everything going. So you're gonna sit through. I'll kind of show you from the side, I think it'll be easier to see. You're gonna sit through, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna roll back, and when you roll forward, you know, with your legs come out straight, and you're gonna dynamically stretch. We're gonna go to the middle, we're gonna go to the right, we're gonna go to the left. We're gonna do each of those 5 times. So I'm gonna roll back, middle, to the right, to the left, back to the middle, etc., etc. Once you get the hang of it, that whole sequence is going to take you probably about 5 minutes. It'll get you nice and loosened up in the morning, hit all the major areas, especially the major trouble areas for most people, and get you feeling better. Do that every day. Your joints will thank you. You'll recover faster. You'll be more athletic. Can't argue with that. Thanks.